Hello. I'm gonna give it a few seconds and then I'm gonna jump right in. In the meantime, not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we'll go from here. I am shuffling the Terra Muka, my tried and true. I just feel like there is a delicacy outside of like the term of food. I just feel like certain things need to be discussed in a delicate manner. With Capricorns right now, you are changing. That's for sure. Part of your value, part of your 12th house energy is also healing. The things you know, the things you keep to yourself. But I also feel like your emotions are becoming an easy book for others to read, potentially. But I think that's easier said for the people who are naturally around you all the time. All right, let's get into the message for Capricorn. What is going on? We have the 5 of Wands. So there is disruption. There is pettiness. There's easy arguments, easy fights, easy disagreements, easy for certain things to get under your skin. And I think right now you're trying to stay busy throughout this whole process. The 5 of Wands could also be around finances as well, and or property. You and others want to find your best position. Now, if you're around the right people, things are going to organize themselves wonderfully. It's going to smooth out for you. What you're in alignment with will soothe out for you. You need to nurture yourself. With the 5 of Wands, you are picking up on an argument wanting to happen over your relationships, your values, what you value, what you hold dear. So these fights here and there, are they worth it? So the Ace of Wands, you do have your own inspiration coming through. You are going to be able to fuel your own tank. You are going to be able to find new ways out. You are going to be able to find your inner fire throughout this whole thing. So if there have been arguments recently, I think it's about your new start. I think it's about what you're just seeing yourself out of entirely. There is aggression here. I mean, aggression, competition, so on and so forth, change. But yeah, no, you are going to the next level, whatever that is for you. What else is going on for Capricorn? We have the 4 of Swords. So some of you could be turning to religion. Some of you could be turning to your faith. I think there's so much going on, but there's only so much of a threshold that your spirits, that you yourself, your spirit, is just going to take in at this time. But there's something very holy about this. Yes, you do not have to favor everyone out there in the world. I don't think that's the Capricorn way. But what I am getting is that you are, I don't know, what it's giving is like a piece to the puzzle. It's supposed to be vague. But again, something's coming through as spiritual or religious at this time in terms of what you also need to do to see yourself out of these combative situations. I did Scorpio about 2 days ago. The next card for Capricorn is the Justice card, the Libra card. If there are Libras in your life, they wildin' out, but I think there's something here where they want to educate the matter. If you find yourself in legal battles at this time, hopefully not. This could also be policy changes. This could also be different power dynamics with other ruling people. I don't know why I have to say it like that, but it's coming out just like that. But with this Libra energy, know, like you could have different Libras in your family. Some of them could be very combative at this time, very jealous, and others of them are just, they don't want to fight. They're tired. I'm not really sure where you're finding yourself between here, but this is what is starting up. I think you potentially want to pick a fight with a Libra coming up, and or justice, or certain things that you know are just for, like, for instance, you have a right to say X, Y, or Z. You have a right to check the law. You have a right to know your own rights. But I don't know, there's some kind of instigating energy here. Somebody wants to instigate. But I don't know, the energy feels very split. It's either like you or them. I'm just not putting a judgment towards it, but it does feel very confusing coming through. Just putting it out there. But as well, when Libra season starts, you might catch a break. This is also what this means. Where it's just like, finally, you get to catch a break. I don't know where Libra is in your chart, but if you do have Libra in your chart, compared to other people or certain Libras who were in their own sense of denial, for you, I feel like Saturn's rewarding you coming up. Like Saturn is very excited that you are deciding to also put your comfort as a priority, your health as a priority. So for some of you, if you've been lagging a little bit with this energy, I feel like the moment you take care of certain parts of your body, Saturn will reward you. But that also depends on where Saturn is in your chart. Let's say you have a Saturn in Aries. We're in a Saturn in Aries transit. The more you massage your head, the more you find different, like maybe getting a new pillow or something like that. I just feel like you will attract good luck. If you have Saturn and Taurus, maybe getting like a new necklace, maybe, you know, something along those lines. Something like that. Okay, I won't take it. Good luck wants to find you. Okay, so if you are creative, we have the Knight of Wands here. You have been putting extra effort into what you want to accomplish. You have reached calm waters, but you also know that the journey isn't finished yet. The volcano is still erupting somewhere in the background, as you can see from the cards. So with this erupting in the background, and you know, it looks hot. It looks very hot in the cards. It's been very hot. Right now, I just feel like maybe some of you are going to the lake or going to the beach or something like that. Just finding yourself in a cool position where you can finally think about a few things. I also believe you feel and you're picking up on other people detoxing what you have potentially done in the past. Okay. Okay. It's making sense now. The puzzle pieces, they're coming together. We have the Queen of Swords and we also have the Ten of Cups. So if there is some contention with an air sign, I do feel like they're going to come back around, but they might need some space. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, heavy on the Libra. They need some space. Okay. With the Ten of Cups here, well, as well, you could have somebody in the family pregnant. You could be an aunt, you could be a mom, but it's very family oriented coming up. This could also be school. You're trying to get your money together so when your kids go back to school, they can look super fly, so on and so forth. Let's see. We also have the Fool, starting over. So what does starting over mean to you? But there is a moment coming up where you're going to have to trust the divine. You're going to have to push through. Maybe you're doing that now as well. I don't know how long the term of now has been extending in your life, but that's just what I'm picking up. Okay, so For anybody who's messaging in the chat, I don't have it to where like the message stays on my screen. Okay. I just don't have it set up so I can focus on the card. So if there's like requests coming in, I just haven't been focused on it. Just being honest. Just being honest. But hello to everyone who has popped in and out. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for people who are stopping by. Appreciate it. Big appreciate. I don't know if I want to use these cards anymore for the time being. We have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's something that's been going on in your life for a minute and a half. Something that's been stuck emotionally, but now it's changing. Let's look into a Divine Energy Oracle message. I feel like there's something's getting clogged here or murky. Okay, so the card says have faith. Have faith coming up. This goes along with the Fool card here. It's also saying have faith in your children. Have faith if you are going through any legal trouble right now. If somebody has been going through some sleeping problems, I don't know why I heard sleep apnea, they're going to get what they need in terms of like a medical thing, a medical supply. I'm not really sure. Medical care. Maybe you've been stressed about money, trying to take care of everybody. Maybe you don't want to hear this, but maybe I'm also the friend that also needs to tell you. Maybe I need to be the Libra to be like, you need to relax. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, I know you probably wanted to like, people left the chat. I already know. Anytime I tell a Sagittarius, I think you should rest, they're like, oh my God. Oh my God, just stop talking. Just stop talking to me. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart, that might be a huge thing that you need to focus on right now. And I know that they're probably leaving like, oh, like that's going to help. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. Rest can help you quite a bit. There's something here about going against the man to some degree. Divine Energy Oracle. What do you have to say about this part? Do what you love. Something about like it's not time yet. It says make a plan. So I don't know if like you're in a union, you're joining some kind of union, protest or something like that. But do what you love is the message, along with make a plan. So have fun with it. That's what I'm taking from it. Might as well. Might as well. What else from this? Begin to explore. I'm going to pull out the cats and then I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to ask the cats what's going on with finances and money, because I'm not trying to get into your pockets, but I also feel like you're trying to, you got some questions. So using the Kitten Tarot, we're going to clarify this Three of Wands and Page of Wands as well. Your higher ups are understanding or looking at your attitude differently. They're looking at it change, good or bad. They also see if it's in a temporary state at this time. But I think your higher ups are also looking at who you surround yourself with and how it's affecting you. I think your higher ups, if they know that you've been going through some kind of bullying recently, or like the attempts of bullying, they're gonna get them. We have the Six of Swords here. So someone wants you to keep sharpening your skill. I don't know if this is for school. I don't know if this is for money. I'm not really sure what's going on here. With the Swords energy, this could also be the divine advice as well, is to keep sharpening your tools. So each time you use it, you know, it doesn't become a situation that, you know, turns against you. And tripping over my tongue. Mercury retrograde just ended, so please forgive me. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, anybody who's been giving you this Nine of Swords energy, something is going to be called out about them and their skills. especially if they haven't been of movement recently. I don't know why it's still vague like that, but either way. Okay. So the Emperor and the Five of Swords. As much as you're trying to be stable with money at this time, I do feel as though there are spiritual attacks coming up because of your level up. You know, there are people who can't help but start glitching around here because you have broken the ceiling on certain concepts of what you want for yourself, what you desire for yourself, what you have gone for, what you've studied, what you've sat down and really understood about your rebirth. Because we all go through different, you know, trials and errors and rebirths and different things like that. So in this case, you have been praying over your success. But I also feel like this is the people who have passed on potentially. I know some people don't like talking about that, but I'm the one. So if you are open to this message, I am saying that when it comes down to, especially like a grandfather, a father, a brother, something along those lines, they are seeing this all play out from the other side. With the Five of Swords here, it's just different levels. There is this feeling of somebody else coming back around, but I also believe somebody from the other side, like they're just not allowing it. It's not time yet. Something like it's just not time. So if you have been looping here and there, it's just plain and simple. It's not time yet. And what you also need to know is some people just are the way they are. They just are the way they are. These spiritual attacks are holding up your money. And it's something concerning your family. But you know what it really feels like? It just feels like phantoms. Phantoms projected on the wall just to scare you. But you are asking the phantom, can you open the door to my prosperity? And it's just like, but this isn't the way. That's why, you know, the spooks are coming out. You know, instead of this coming out together, or, you know, causation doesn't, or correlation doesn't equal causation. When you separate these two, I think it's also just about falling into alignment as well. So I got a notification on my end while trying to reposition this tarot deck. Anyway. Divine timing with your money. Divine timing. Okay. Okay. Who are we to argue with the universe sometimes? We can demand a couple of things here and there, but that can only go so far. Okay. I'm about to end the reading soon, but any other closing messages from the cats? Let's see what we need to clarify. This Libra energy for sure. Six of Pentacles in reverse. This Libra feels frustrated about starting over. Libra energy feels frustrated. So whether you're related to them or not, whether they're a part of the family or not, some kind of Libra energy, or this is like some themes with Libras around you. They're tired of starting over. But it's also highlighting forgiveness within you where you've also been on repeat. And where you can respectfully pause it. Just, we're going to shelf that. There's nothing we can do. People are who they are. You know, you can only control yourself at the end of the day. So how can you do it in healthy ways? So with the Libra card here as well, this is also, if we're looking at it in terms of like a toxic back and forth, toxic value, you know, putting yourself like in the mix, this is also challenging codependency. I also feel like this is a generational thing that's going on here. Maybe it's played out. Maybe you've seen the echo of this play out in your life. somehow, some way, different levels, okay? But with Justice coming up in the upright and the Six of Pentacles coming out in reverse, it's time for you to sniff out codependency right now. Not saying that people don't need community, not saying that at all. But what the cards are emphasizing is these hidden motives, these hidden attributes. And for some of you, this is something that you might also need to look within with as well. Like, is part of this coming from me? That's not always the case, but for some of you, you know, it's time to go within. Last card, we have the Nine of Wands. Speaking of community, I think there's going to be a lot of community meetings, whether it's for school, nieces, nephews, kids, different things like that. You even, doesn't matter your age. School is not ageist, at least it shouldn't be. But either way, in terms of the Nine of Wands, there's just a lot of meetings. So whether this is different things going on in your community, start, I don't know, like, it seems a little harsh to say, but maybe it's just like how Spirit wants you to like hear it. But it's saying like, you need to be a part of community. You need to pick a side. This is what I'm hearing. This is like my third chakra is just like, say it like this. Join a community. You need to be able to get yourself out there. This is where, and this is why some of your money is on pause. You are not an island. Some people are built for that at certain times in life. But with the digital age we're moving into, it's not the time. This is not the time. This is not the time. That's crazy. Who's coming through me to talk to you about this? But they're very serious about this. Maybe you've had this dream on the back burner. It's not to say like you haven't had these ideas or anything like that, but you need to be an adult about it, no matter the age. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. But that's kind of what's coming through right now. But all right, Capricorn, whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great evening, night, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, let me see if there's just one more thing that's popping out. And then I'll say my final goodbye. Something about hats. Hats, and you really need to separate these two. Whatever this is, you need to separate it. The Wheel of Fortune, true alignment, and this Nine of Swords. It will happen for you, but don't give up mentally on this. This is very important coming up. All right, my final goodbye. I wish